Well, hello and welcome. This is my 6-inch high-tech lapidary machine. I'm just going to give you a bit of a close-up, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be working on today. So there's a bit of a close-up, and here is what I'm going to cut today. Now, this piece right here, a little round square one, that's going to be the top piece for a ring that I'm going to make. The other ones are just going to be cut along here, along here, along here. Those are just going to be other gemstones that I make later on. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy this. And I'm just going to show you what it takes to cut this, and then later on I'm going to show you everything that needs to be done to turn it into a ring. What you see me using today is a 6-inch high-tech lapidary trim saw. Now you'll see all the lines that I've put on the top of the stone. Those are for later on when I start to grind it down to show me the shape and to make sure that once I've started the grinding process on the lapidary wheels on my Vivor high-tech lapidary machine, that I can use those as a gauge as to when I've taken off enough that I've got my preformed shape. So thanks for sticking around today and joining me on the channel. And now what? I've kind of sped this up so that you don't have to hang around and be bored watching it do its actual complete cutting process. The actual entire cutting time for this first piece, which is the top of the ring that I'm going to show you that I'm going to make, would have actually been about 2.5 minutes. So that gives you an idea how much I've sped it up here. Now that I've separated this small piece from the main stone, I'm just going to take the stone itself and just nip off a couple of the pieces around the outside so that it doesn't take me a longer amount of time once I get to my lapidary machine. If you're enjoying this, please take the time to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for that. It helps me to make more like this in the future. So this is what the stone looks like. It's in initial preform. As you see those lines at the top, those are the ones I spoke about earlier that I'm going to grind down so that I know that I've gone far enough to get my proper shape for the doming of the ring. That's what I was just showing you there. Now I'm starting to grind here at a 45-degree angle. In a moment I will be doing that, but first of all I'm taking off the edges to get my exact shape. Now if you look at the thickness of this now, and you look at the thickness of it, once I'm finished, you'll realize how much I take off. I actually end up taking off probably about 40 to 50% of the bulk of the stone to get my finished product. The first two wheels that I worked on were hard grit wheels. They were 80 grit and 220 grit. I'm now going to move on to a 280 grit. This is a soft resin wheel, as are the final three. I'm only actually going to go through 4 wheels here. I'm going to skip the last 2. Everything that we do on the 3rd and 4th wheels, we just repeat on the 5th and 6th. So there's no reason to really show you that. It saves a lot of sitting time for you watching this video, but do stick around till the end because I will show you what the finished product looks like. And even if I do say so myself, I think that it came out as a beautiful turquoise ring on a piece of 316 stainless steel. The stainless steel itself comes from Amazon, so if you want to make one of these for yourself, if you know how to work the stone, it's about $18 Canadian for the ring. So stick around to the end and you'll see what we came out with here. By the time we get finished with the 3rd wheel here, we're starting to get some luster and shine. You'll see a little bit of shine on the stone. The next wheel that I'm going to move on to here is a 600 grit soft resin wheel. Now as you'll notice while I'm working here, there's lots of water coming off the machine. Make sure and use a lot of water, that way you won't heat your stone up, you won't break it, and it won't pop off, because if it gets hot it'll start to melt the doping wax and the stone and the stick will simply come apart. So again, thank you for joining me today on the channel. And now what? If you like what you see here, these are all for sale. Drop me a note in the messages and I'll get right back to you. Thank you so much for your time today. Enjoy your day.